what's going on, my gems? This is me, Zyman again. And we are back for more Christian, so I don't even need to explain it at this fucking point. And if you haven't watched the other ones, maybe you should. I don't know, even though it will be very time consuming. It would be best if you do. I don't know, personally. That's what I think. So let's go, part 3-4.
On Thanksgiving, 2010, after writing to Christian several strongly worded emails criticizing him, Jackie sent him a short, simple greeting, asking about how he spent his holiday. He wrote back, saying that he had a pleasant Thanksgiving, and that he disapproved of her way of telling the truth, which hurt him, stating that she was exceeding his hurtful truth level.
Well, damn.
In response, Jackie sent a lengthy email rebutting his claims of not being egotistical and selfish, and complained about his negative opinions concerning socializing over the internet, when he made no effort in making friends in real life.
Yeah,
You've just written a large email telling me that you basically want to forget about me, because email is inconvenient, and because I don't kiss your ass enough. Once again, sterling display of reciprocity you show there, Chris. Everyone is supposed to be nice and sympathetic to you, but you don't care what others think or feel or need.
Yeah,
so anyway,
true.
If you want to go your whole life without having to face the truth about yourself, that's fine. Just accept that you won't be respected as an adult, and that you won't be getting a girlfriend or sex, ever. After this exchange, there was a 2-week gap in communications between Chris and Jackie until December 7th, when she wrote a brief email asking how he was getting along, and whether he had made any progress in socializing in real life, or if he was still sitting at home playing video games all day. Chris sent her a reply within 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Well, currently, I'm not making much progress in making new friends, but I have been going out more. I'm still frozen and clammed up in mass public, and for your information, I said socializing on the internet was bad, not the whole internet in general. Yet while I do sometimes play on PS Home, a social gaming network, I still am frozen in the public setting with my avatar, as I mainly focus on the single-player exploring and play. How are things with you and Lars? Stay safe and well. Christian. Jackie informed him that Lars was trying counseling, but was doing well, and suggested that Chris should return to the social media site Facebook to socialize by joining a group, since he was apparently
I don't think it's a good idea. You should stay off the internet completely.
Emails until Jackie wrote to him again on December 19th, asking about his current situation. After not getting a reply, she sent him 2 emails a couple of days later, sarcastically implying that she thought that he was too busy socializing to respond to her. She then sent him a link to the online dating website, which catered to virgins who sought other virgins. Since the site had a very strict identity confirmation process, Jackie said that there would be no way for trolls to set up a fake account on it. The following day, Chris
don't think so.
That he still had trouble socializing in real life. In addition, he told her that his avatar on PlayStation Home was being followed by trolls. He added that for Christmas, he wished that both the Quickie and Encyclopedia Dramatica completely disappear, so then he wouldn't be portrayed as a monster anymore.
Damn.
Christmas of 2010 came and went without anything of note.
He's got acne on his forehead just like I fucking do. Damn shit.
January 2011. Organized trainers had all safe
titties, bro. Okay. Ah!
Trolls continued to observe and record Christian's video game spending and playing habits via
What
his
the
online
shit?
gaming profiles.
What is that?
He spent a considerable amount of time playing
Dungeon
PC
Hunter?
Online and BloBer planets too. Also, during the first month of the year, Chris plans to attend the music and gaming festival, MagFest, in Alexandria, Virginia, and meet up with someone who's possibly named Rebecca, an online gal pal portrayed by the same troll who had previously played the parts of Emily and Kim Wilson.
Can she stop? Like, she's so annoying.
Letting her know that he had to cancel his plans because he was pressured to do so by his parents. Yesterday, in a final, childish attempt, I gave my mom and dad the autistic treatment.
This is the third troll, third bitch she's portrayed.
That afternoon.
Damn, she's miserable.
She came up to my room and in an angry, sad tone told me sarcastically, "Go on your trip, but at least take 2 blankets with you to keep warm." Then she left crying. Then my father came in a few minutes later, telling me of us 3 bang a hole, and what would happen if one leaves, and informed me that due to the crap on the internet against and about me from the trolls and what I uploaded, as well as my real events between PVCC, the Marvel cops, and all that shit, plus being psychologically matched to the high school and college dropouts who shot the people in Arizona, and the great number of people locally and worldwide who hate and loathe me. Legally, I am a sitting duck, and she told me of mom saying she was going to pack up and leave the house. Then I ran downstairs, finding her on the couch. She was so miserable and sad. She talked of wanting to die. You don't even have to change my clothes. You can just bury me in what I have on. I was so sad and crying and so sorry for the way I misbehaved. We hugged and went up a bit. Then I went back upstairs.
She's being a little manipulative, I don't know.
Then I opened my DSi's notebook app and drew up a 3-circle pyramid diagram of me, mom, and dad, analyzing all 3 aspects, and I felt more sad. I saved the app, turned the handheld off, turned off the TV, grabbed my quilt, wrapping it around my head, and I sat up to my scrunched sleep position on the couch, but I did not go to sleep. I cried and cried some more, which led me to move to my bed, still with quilt on my head. I laid face down into my pillows and cried a lot more. I felt very miserable and realizing that at this point my only reason for being was to keep this falling apart family together. And even worse, I lied to you in the email I sent to you post-father and pre-notebook writing. I called up Rocky and talked to her about the situation because I needed someone to talk to immediately, pre-quote. I felt worse than shit. A few minutes later, mom calls me on my cell to check on me. I tell her how miserable I was. She came upstairs. I was on the bed, in fetus position, with quilt on my head. I did not feel like showing my face. She sat by my side, rubbed my back with one hand in comforting attempt, confiding in me moments of similar events that happened to her.
At least she's fucking trying this time. Shit.
Long cry with tissues. Then we went up to Walmart for groceries at about 8 after finishing our cry and
oh, that's fun.
Points are, my family and I do not have any friends and outside family to depend on.
We don't want to keep up the hoarding now. We're buying more shit
really no better off.
to hoard.
And any friends were either dead, left behind in Midlothian, or alive and giving us cold shoulders too. They will never feel at ease with me going anywhere more distance away than Charlottesville or Ruckersville, not unless they actually know and have met in person any people of my acquaintance, including you. I am very sorry, and add that they Stingaton. Unless they are sure it is okay and safe for me to be around.
Does he know the person's? Does he know the person's true identity?
And also, Mom treated me to have payment of a copy of DC Universe Online to make up for not allowing me to go. Even after that, I still feel low as shit. I'm so sorry to you for lying to you about the recent sickness and making destined to fail promises. But family does come first, and it does say in the commandments and Bible to honor thy mother and father, and I must further insist on you and my parents meeting in person.
Maybe he like worships his parents at this point.
After this email, Chris withdrew himself
Mountain Dew me.
to pick up incoming phone calls
I love
from
this shirt.
gal pals, out of shame, and also out of fear of talking to possible trolls. On January 23rd,
I mean, I feel like that's best for you. I don't know, man.
Was by the same troll, apologizing for not talking with her over the phone, who explained that he was still feeling miserable over his scrapped travel plans and was falling asleep and waking up very early.
Four fucking bitches being portrayed by this bitch.
Seasonal homeless shelter program.
Geez, she is a miserable piece of shit.
For the evening, so that the homeless could play it. He also helped serve food to them. Chris told the gal
well, that's
that
fine.
he volunteered again the following day.
He even has to type out that he's sighing.
I love it. He noted that the game was encouraging him to think creatively again, coming up with new storyline ideas for his hungry characters in the form of playable levels in the game. Nevertheless, he remains doubtful of being worthy of talking with her over the phone for the time being. In early February, Chris got a urinary tract infection, causing him many restless nights. During this time, he treated himself with antibiotics prescribed by his doctor while being forced to stay at home.
That's fun.
He mentioned in an email.
Not really. I've had a few UTIs. They suck.
Chocolate soy milk to make him feel better. When he felt healthier, Chris continued to work on his Little Big Planet levels, which included a series of movie life levels, talking about his life and autism, for which he would provide a narration track.
Oh my goodness.
He completed his animation, showcasing his collector's
PSN Sonichu. This is fucking shit. See, his Sonichu voice is not different from his own voice, I can tell you that.
Machine, where if you play the mini games a little bit, you would unlock the front, which is dropped to the top of the machine. That's essentially called a dual system. And I use that technology similarly here in the LGBT version.
LGBT. No. He still hates gay people at this point right now.
And you can drop them down all at once. You can either put the hose in the top or remove the front temporarily.
Or that could
and bring it forward and then stick it back as you put the bubbles in place. One bubble for each square. And the shelf here, there's a finger on the front, a finger on the back, and an inner-outward switch, which is obviously right there. Check the tutorial on that. Okay, so we are in the boxes. Yep, together with the boxes. This button, the button.
A key! Fun. Bubbles! Wait. Balls drop. Oh! Stupid. Oh my god! Warping. Fun.
On February 13th, Christian finished the 6-part so-called autism tutorial.
Oh, there it is.
Levels in Little Big Planet 2, in which he talks about autism and his personal experiences with the condition.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
That's fine.
My name is Christian Chandler, alias Christopher, and I am autistic. Functionally autistic. In this animation, with Wikipedia facts and book diagrams, and in my own words and opinions, we will look into autism.
Wikipedia?
And treatments and cures, and how we autistics should be treated and respected in real life social situations. First,
well, let's see.
Autism. What is it? In a nutshell, it is a malfunction in the neural.
We're neurospicy, that's what we are.
Social interaction.
Fuck you, Jax, for making that song.
Communication and restricted or repetitive behaviors. But facts also state that autism occurs pre-birth, sadly, in mutated genetics within the chromosomes, which can happen when a pregnant mother smokes, binges, takes drugs, or certain meds, and other non or real environmental.
That sounds more like fetal alcohol syndrome to me, but okay. Alright then, shit.
Lady, get off that drug now.
No! I'm kidding.
Upon child conception, the mother's age is not a factor here. Dude, have your children before like 40 or 50. Common symptoms of autism include and should be observed, notice, little to no eye contact, malcommunication with delayed babbling, unusual gestures, low responsiveness. Try calling their name. In that young age, they seldom respond if they have autism.
I mean, it can be different. Why do you think it's called a spectrum? Autism spectrum
they also
disorder.
have lack of intuition of other people, lack of attention to social stimuli, and little to no smiling. They controversy began when they blamed Mercury and MMR vaccine.
Also, something's Russian.
But it was from all vaccines in early 2000, and yet the autism rate still grew over the decade.
It's almost like it has nothing to do with the vaccines. Or the mercury.
Of course, the most important thing is to positively, emotionally encourage them.
I think it's more the diagnoses that fucking grew.
Anyway, even if they don't want
increased.
They will feel the love eventually. Because I know I can.
Wait, what?
And give them hugs. Anyway, even if they don't want it, they will feel the love eventually. Because I know I can. My mom never stopped hugging me.
No! Don't force anyone to hug you if they don't want it, especially an autistic person. Come on! No, that's really bad. That's actually really bad advice. I'm sorry. My mom never stopped hugging me, and that's why you never stopped hugging her, too, huh? Sorry.
You can offer autism therapy.
The crazy foreshadowing.
Autism places, I highly encourage mainstreaming them. Let them try to fit in with the normal places, like high school and middle school. I fit in perfectly after I so did. But never ever send them to a mental institution or evil place.
Now that, I second that. Honestly, I kind of agree with that. I think it's a really bad idea to send them to a mental institution. Like,
I was almost forced to do that once, but my parents would not have it.
That's okay.
Back in my teenage years at Manchester High School in Midlothian, Virginia, I really felt emotionally rich because I had a great number of friends. The closest and majority of them were some sweet girls.
That's fun. Hey, Chris! Them teeth.
My circle of gal pals was the best asset and blessing anyone could ever ask for.
I just wish they weren't paid by Bob to be their friend. They didn't have to be his friend because they felt pitiful. It's not very genuine, really, is it?
And I understood that. We appreciate each other. We hung out, conversed. We hung out within our classes. Those were the best of times. Pretty much. And I even had a high school sweetheart like most would. And the quality throughout was great. And would be both appreciated by any person, autistic or not.
Fair.
Sadly though, about my high school years, of which I can only complain about for two things, and I did not realize these until after I graduated. I actually wanted to realize his graduation. But after graduation, I realized that I was naive on the subject of dating.
I don't like the word naive.
The mandatory sexual education class is good for after date number 3 and so, but how do we even get to date number 1? That's my question.
I don't know if the answers were right in front of you or not. Maybe communication? I don't fucking know. We try to find someone who actually loves you instead of fucking going on the internet where they could possibly be trolls. Or even like 13-year-old boys. You don't even fucking realize it. It's sad.
I really would appreciate the mandatory dating education class alongside sexual education.
That's fair enough. What was I gonna say? Never mind.
Also, abstinence is a joke.
Okay, I wouldn't say abstinence itself is a joke. It would more so like abstinence only, like sex education. Like they don't even tell you about contraceptives. They just tell you, hey, don't have sex, you don't want to have a child. Wait till marriage or some bullshit. That's a joke to me, honestly.
There needs to happen before adulthood arrives. Because being an adult virgin...
I don't know, man. You don't have to have sex as a teenager. I mean,
and the second thing about my high
obviously that would put you at a higher risk of teenage
my high school
pregnancy.
graduation ceremony. It was a very depressing day. It was raining, it was dark,
Which is probably why you should teach about
Anyway, I got
contraceptives.
my diploma, and I did not shake anybody's hand. I mean, there were important people there. I did not shake anybody's hand. I just grabbed my diploma, cried, and ran out the stage. Went to the back room, sat at the table by myself for a little while. Then my best gal pal Tip met up with me, and she made me feel a little better. Really love to see her again, at least hang out for a little while. My high school years were the best and most emotionally encouraging for me. But after graduation in 2000 and moving back to Margarettville, it was all downhill for me. My adult years sucked, and I'm soon to turn 29.
Damn.
I like my heart back at Manchester High in Midlothian. I also graduated from Fremont Virginia Community College with a degree in graphic and design, but that graduation went better for me because I did not have any friends back there, and plus Mary Walsh was playing hay in me.
Jesus Christ! Talking about her again?
True love in the state of Virginia, and that Virginia was a state for virgin.
I mean, I know it's a big thing with autistic people to separate. But damn, he has no self-awareness whatsoever.
She would not accept my apology, and she banned me from the grounds of Fremont Virginia Community College.
Maybe she didn't know about the portrayal. I don't know. Maybe you could have just not told her about it. I don't know, man.
My apology. I hope she gets fired. Period. And I also hope to see Jimmy Howdy's place in Charlottesville burned to the ground, along with Michael Snyder.
Well, fuck.
That's all my rant for right now. The expensive mall of downtown Charlottesville houses a number of small businesses, as well as the show-stopping Pavilion Tent and the Paramount Theater. This,
that's fun.
as well as the Fashion Square Shopping Center, should both be social watering holes, but for me, sadly, they are not.
Okay.
Anywhere herein, even including the bars and events like Fridays After 5, nobody will even look or say hello to me.
I think
And according to
maybe
the
those people
reputation
would be
I have against
invisible.
me,
Who knows?
sadly, thanks to those roast people that have taken my information and
They're pretty
screwed it
fucked.
around in their misconceptions of weirdness, twisting everything. I've already gone into how bad that has affected me and how emotionally scarred I have been. As a social life, the autism increases my shyness, so I hardly have even the basic instinct to just say hello to anyone, or even open up so easily with trust. Allow me to make it perfectly clear about who I am,
sure.
so that I am not misunderstood erroneously with the internet that's against me.
Okay.
My name is Christian Weston Chandler, high-functioning autistic artist. I am kind, caring, empathetic, emotional, a good friend,
They're
unloyal
very
friend,
emotional.
cautious and weary.
Not
trustworthy.
cautious enough!
Okay,
Seems.
I do not like to lie. I would only lie to protect the other person's feelings of care and respect. I am not a monster! I am a caring, emotional, feeling, heterosexual human being, and I should be treated equally and respected as such. At least I do have one friend who cares about me around here. Unfortunately, she refuses to go beyond just friends, but I care about her just the same anyway, because that's the kind of guy I am.
Chris's friend Mick shows up to inform him that she has a friend that she would like to
Oh,
introduce to him.
Mick?
The subtitles depict their conversation.
Mick Jagger. Is Mick also a real person? Personally, I hope not.
In the next part, Mick introduces Christian to Nanette, who is described by him as a pretty woman.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Sorry. I know, I'm sorry. That's what I thought of.
Now understand,
The
this
teeth.
is what I'm talking about for us autistic people. We are too shy by default. But on earning our trust, or if we feel comfortable or like the other person on our individual instinct, we will open up. And to start off right, we need either A, the other person to approach and talk to us upon their own will, or B, have our own trusted friends or family introduce us to other people of our respective ages. In this scenario, it was a great match for me. For A, she is a single woman without a boyfriend. B, she is pretty.
I mean,
and
because
easy
that
on
would be
the eye.
fucked if she had a
And
boyfriend
C,
and she was trying to
this woman
date
I could
you.
feel comfortable with and feel a good and honest aura from her. And this
Okay.
friendship and hopefully a long relationship will stay between us for a long time. Do not bring me down here, naysayers and haters. Let's look at a few other scenarios similar to opposite results. Obviously, most women, easy on my eyes, good-humored, sweet, pretty, black, white, Asian, Christian, Jewish, Buddhism. I have no care about skin color or religion. Whatever.
Really?
I will be kind to all of them, respectful and welcoming them, to have them in my circle of friends. Lesbians too. Just don't get on my bad side here. Men, my own kind, on the other hand,
Just don't have a crush on me or anything. You're
because
gay.
I've had two male friends in my life, and I've had mostly bad experiences around them. If the individual, however, offers a friendly gesture and does not make me angry or make me feel most uncomfortable or ill at ease, I will be willing to give him a chance and welcome him as a friend and nothing more.
Fine. Fair enough.
However, going back to the many people
The
of
trolls.
internet, upon meeting one of them
The
in real
fucking
life,
faces.
and I will be able to recognize there, I'm sure enough, that this is a basic instinct.
Yeah,
I
let's
will not
hope.
hold back my endured rage. This act, this crime, flies.
Chris's character then proceeds to beat up a caricature of a masked Clyde Cash.
Why is it green and not orange? Yeah. Bro's not even trying to fight back.
Challenge individuals will vary more.
What the fuck? Come on.
Upon
Why are you gonna give them both the same teeth though?
if they
Damn.
are able to speak clearly, even slowly, that I can easily
I thought this was
understand.
about autism awareness.
And now the other part, the other side. Whoa, back off. I'm spooked if you are ugly, seriously disfigured, especially in the face.
What a jerk!
You must.
Feel it, I'm sorry, but they'd probably be easier to understand you. Ugh!
It is nothing personal, and I apologize for anyone who feels at unease after hearing what I just said. But
Yeah, I'm
it's just the way I feel.
sorry that you feel that way.
Another thing about us autistic people, we do not like to be alone for
The irony.
24/7. We need the emotional support of a true friend constantly.
But the way you're talking about people is gonna make you alone. I'm sorry, Chris, but like, the way you're talking about people's appearances is crazy.
The brain is a part of our body, and not just any part, the most vital part. Why do we treat the rest of our body parts, which essentially alone are brainless, better than a one actual central processing unit that is not brainless? As a part of the body, fun should be equally distributed or equally divided between both physical and mental health. so that
And
cures
financially
for mental
for you.
illnesses, including autism, can be found. It just makes me feel sad and furious at this time. I, for one, actually appreciate a true and full good quality friendship. Yet, in a world full of sick-minded people,
This is on 1.5, okay.
I feel so paranoid of a number of people. And I feel uncertain of most anyone.
That's fair.
And I feel at ease around.
I get that.
This social phobia I can no longer tolerate. Which is why, unlike the autistic people who pitifully accept it as a forever lasting hurt, I for one seek a cure. On the day, a resolution to reestablishing all connections.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I
think the best way you can do it is drinking bleach, supposedly. Because you can't really cure autism. I don't think there's ever going to be really a cure.
To establish a quicker, more socially active mind, a great sense of self-esteem, a great sense of self-reliance, a great sense of self-confidence.
I think that's really up to the person to like do all that. I don't know. Like, especially if they're autistic, I feel like. They obviously need some people in their life. I feel like anyone needs like someone in their life to somewhat help them with confidence, but it's not completely. Like, they kind of have to do it themselves as well. It really takes a lot of strength, you know?
And freedom from the thorns of autism of any kind or sort. The life only an autistic person can ever dream of. I'm Christian Lesson Chandler, and that has been an autism tutorial. Thanks, and have a good, safe day.
He is a little pessimistic about autism and like being social and stuff. But like, I'm on part 34 now, and it's kind of obvious why he's not really making any friends. It's because he looks down on a lot of them, and that's not really no way to go. And plus, he's not, like, half the time, he's not even trying to communicate with people. Like, especially with his stupid sign and shit. Which, honestly, Mary Lee Walsh rightfully tore up. I don't care. So it took a while for me to actually, like, try to, like, get out of my fucking comfort zone and actually talk with people, but you can do it. You can do it. It's possible. You know, I like talking to people. I think it's fun. And, you know, going to college, which I'm starting tomorrow, fun enough at the time of recording, which is, today is August 25th at the time of recording, so the next day, August 26th, starting college at 2 p.m. It's gonna be fun. Love it. And you know what? That's definitely gonna give me the chance to, like, talk to more people for sure.
The autism tutorial was followed by a special bonus animation made in the same vein.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, because apparently you decided you want to watch this part after watching the autism tutorial, we have a special guest for you today.
Yay!
Please put your hands together for a reasonably facsimile of Mr. Asperger.
Oh!
You don't have to.
Priscilla can sing. What?
I'm your host, Christian Chandler, on this short talk show. And this is Mr. Hans Asperger. Now, let's talk about kids for a bit. Now, apparently, Mr. Hans Asperger trained at Vienna University Hospital in 1938. Oh, how racist. You gave a lecture in Germany on autistic psychopaths after investigating a mild form of autism. Isn't that right, Hans? Yeah. And also, apparently,
Yeah. It's gotta be the only German thing he knows.
Was not recognized until 1981, only 1 year before I was born. Although coined from the name Mr. Asperger, apparently a Mr. Leo Penner took the study much further and established the term early infantile autism. Do you applaud Mr. Penner for his work? Yeah, I think. Now, in my feeling alone, possibly mutual with others, the name Asperger strikes me badly, and I feel offended just by hearing the word.
Honestly,
Do you
same.
feel I have the right to my own opinions and feelings as an individual person, hon? Yeah.
Bro, he was working with fucking Hitler, so I highly doubt that he would respect anyone's opinions about the term Asperger's. I'm sorry, but, you know, this is why a lot of autistic people hate the term Asperger's now, mostly because it was based off Hans Asperger, who, like I said just now, was a Nazi that worked with Hitler in these fucking concentration camps. Basically, he would split the two groups, high-functioning and low-functioning. He would take in the high-functioning ones for his own fucking personal gain, and then put the low-functioning ones in the camps, I'm pretty sure. So, he was pretty bad. No. Which is why I don't like the term Asperger. That's, like, the main reason I don't like the term Asperger's. Like, I don't want, like, my condition to be associated with that. I think it's just really bad.
Thank you very much, good sir. Do you feel bad about having a name that sounds like a bad cut of cow meat? Yeah. Do you feel
Asperger's.
that Christian Western channels do not deserve any blame or punishment for having an opinion of a single word such as Asperger?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
facts.
you have a general understanding about how I feel about you now?
What was that?
Are you positive you really understand how I feel about
Why
you
did a
and
wrench
Asperger?
just fall down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How long is this video?
Baka. I feel dislike towards you. For selfishly putting your
Baka.
in a
Sussy Baka.
autism. And with a name like Asperger, I feel it only makes us autistic kind sound even worse.
Yeah.
Asperger. You sure left it as it was. Autism is autism.
Facts.
And in your research, you linked it up with psychopath. I feel even more offended at that.
Now that is also pretty bad. It makes me mad that like quote unquote high functioning autism was called fucking Asperger's then. It really pisses me off. Considering that Asperger clearly did not like autistic people. Like what the fuck? You are not gonna associate us with someone who definitely wanted to put us in fucking Nazi camps. Fuck you.
Get out of my sight.
So I agree with Chris here. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I
What?
apologize if I came off as bad to anybody.
What?
I feel bad for the way I acted. But then again, I do get emotional and carried away sometimes. Thank you for watching. I have a good.
I mean, sure. Is he gonna get executed? Dang. Ugh.
On February 25th, Jackie sent Chris an email wishing him a happy birthday and inquiring how he was getting along.
Oh, that's
He
sweet.
sent her
Oh,
a
it's
reply
2011 already?
in which he revealed a revelation about his identity. Whereas a tomboy,
Fuck.
who was a girl who possessed male features, fashion sense, and demeanor, Chris dubbed himself a tomgirl, a man with girl-like sensibilities. Whether or not this reimagined look and sense of self,
I think those are called femboys now. I don't fucking know.
choosing and without troublesome influences is uncertain. In a nutshell, I have grown my hair out and continuing to let it grow. I've learned the best term to describe me, tomgirl, code close parentheses. Yes, I am a tomgirl, and I'm damn proud of it. I have embraced and appreciated my feminine side. I'm still totally heterosexual. Otherwise, I'll
Hey,
be
he's
a
in touch with
full-blown
his feminine
you-know-what.
side.
I also have had my ears pierced with
Hey, this one character from A Bug's Life, Francis, he was like one of the first characters ever to be in touch with his feminine side. It was like one of the earliest characters to be in touch with his feminine side. It makes me happy.
I've been more self-confident, and I have a sweet sachet walk, hair, and wink farts, and I'm greeting women left and right. Hello, semicolon, close parentheses. Also, here's another way to consider me. I am a Ken doll. Any Barbie can dress in her clothes, and I would feel most comfortable in them and to model them for her. Come shopping with me, sweetie. Semicolon, close parentheses. He sent her a small collection of photos of his new look, which he had
Oh
only
my
shared
God.
with one other party, Linnea, a gal pal portrayed by Kim Wilson.
God
Jackie
damn
finally
it.
sent a reply to Chris on April 18th, in which she confessed that she got aroused by his photos, and that she also shared them with another friend of hers.
What the
Chris was
shit?
bothered that his pictures were being shared, but since he didn't find them on the quickie, he felt that it was still fine. They further continued communications, with Jackie revealing that she was no longer with Lars, and would possibly be interested in meeting up with Christian if given enough time. Chris then told her that his mother was quite unsupportive of his tomgirl ways for the first few weeks, but then
Of course
settled
she
into
was.
this new fact.
Of
Barbara
course she
became
was.
bothered again when Chris started putting on makeup, with her fearing that he was turning into a homosexual or a transvestite.
What
She
the
also remarked
fuck?
that she thought he made him look like a prostitute. Chris further shared with Jackie that his father was recovering from colon cancer surgery, and that he was putting a strain on Barbara due to his constant organ starting. Barbara also quote-unquote got some monkeys off her back while confiding in Chris during this stressful time.
Oh
She brought
my
up the
God.
final day of Christian and Bob moving back to Ruckersville from Chesterfield County in 2000. That night, she offered them a spaghetti dinner, which they both declined. Angered by the situation, she refused to cook for them from that point onward.
Really?
Chris then told
Fucking
Jackie that the
entitled
following month,
bitch.
he was planning to get himself a belly button piercing and a tattoo on his lower
Ooh.
back, which would consist of blank
Ooh, so you, like, belly button piercings fucking hurt, but, like, I feel like they're one of the less painful piercings to get. How do I know I fucking have one? Look at me. Wait. I don't think you can see it on the camera, but whatever. They're cool. They're cool. I like it. I like having a navel piercing. I think it's really cool. Though it does get annoying when I catch it on stuff and I feel like it's gonna fucking get pulled out and my fucking navel skin is gonna rip. That shit scares me, but whatever. For the most part, I like it.
symbols and the phrase tomgirl forever. Toward the end of April, the PlayStation Network was hacked and personal information of users was compromised.
Oh,
On
fucking
April
hell.
30th, Chris discovered all of the tomgirl photos that he had shared with Jackie and his online gal pal Dana on the quickie.
Oh,
He wrote emails to both Dana
The
and
Marge!
Jackie, doubting their legitimacy
Damn.
as true and honest friends. He announced that he would no longer share photos with Jackie until she earned his trust. Jackie responded angrily, upset that he would call her a liar when he himself had lied to her so many times.
what do you mean you don't know how the pictures got out? Or you're clearly a troll, shut up.
He also suggested that perhaps the photos he shared with Dana via the PSN were saved onto Sony's servers, and that was how the trolls got a hold of him. After 2 days, Christian formulated a reply, apologizing for accusing her of being in league with the trolls. He clarified that the photos being made public was devastating to him because now trolls knew of his new appearance, and worried that he might become a target of real-life trolling once again. On May 5th,
Jesus.
Chris had wrote an 8-page letter to Sony concerning the PSN hacking. She also typed it out and sent it by email to both Dana
No!
and Maggie. In it,
You
he stated
idiot!
his full name and town of residence, and requested that Sony and the FBI track down the real identities of all the trolls who had been bothering him since November of 2007 while investigating the hacking. He added that he was the creator of Sonichu and had hand-drawn the online comic book series of his adventures, but along the way, trolls became aware of his presence and thoroughly spoiled his comics. He clarified that despite what some people may say online, he was in fact heterosexual. He admitted that he was partly at fault because in his past immaturity, he used to continuously respond to trolls, quote-unquote, egging them on. In closing, Chris denied that Sony were responsible for the hacking, and that these trolls, cyberbullies, and hackers should bear the full brunt of this incident and be sued. Throughout the month of May, Jackie and Chris continued their email discussion on a daily basis, with topics ranging from spending habits and financial troubles to the interpersonal relationships between Christian and his parents. He theorized that he wasn't hired by Walmart or McDonald's because of his background check, which would have revealed unwanted information about himself on the cookie.
Oh,
In addition,
shit.
Jackie created some original pony characters inspired by the cartoon and merchandise series My Little Pony, so that he might feature them in his comics. Chris declined the offer, stating that ponies did not belong to the universe of Sonichu and Rosechu.
Oh,
2
what?
days later, he revealed that
What do you
Barbara
mean?
had gotten upset with him again because of his tomgirlish ways and
What
feared
about the
that
other
he might kill
fucking
her.
creatures
In her
and
emotional
shit?
rage, she threatened to kill him. After a short while, she called Chris downstairs and forcefully cut off 2 inches of his hair. In his shock, he called her a bitch, and upon realizing that that made him a son of a bitch, it hurt him even more. He gathered up chunks of his hair and fashioned a charm necklace out of it.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's funny. No.
In his shock, he called her a bitch, and upon realizing that that made him a son of a bitch, it hurt him even more.
Oh, wow. I don't want that to be funny, but it kind of is.
He gathered up clumps of his hair and fashioned a charm necklace out of it to promote faster hair regeneration. He also got himself a wig, which he wore out in public. During this time, Christian continued to further embrace his femininity, singing songs such as Teenage Dream by Katy Perry on karaoke nights, and buying women's clothing. He confessed to his online gal pal that he was feeling uncomfortable using to make...
He's got a fucking Rosechu medallion now. Or is that fucking photoshopped on?
While dressed up in
It looks photoshopped. Like, you can see, like, the chunks from, like, not being erased properly. Also, there's no shadow there.
Typical feminine garb, and asked her if it would be out of line for him to use the ladies' bathroom instead, stating that he would have no issue if a tomboy decided to use the facilities for men.
No,
While
hold
Chris was
on.
coming out as a tomgirl may have come as a shocking surprise to many observers. The signs were obvious to those who watched him the closest. Then he theorized that his curious case of homophobia was due to his own repressed desires, stifled by his conservative household. And for those who wished to delve deep into his past, Chris's future changes in identity should come as no surprise at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's starting to feel like his own individual person here, I think. Maybe in a way the tomgirlishness gave the confidence he's... I don't know. Chris, in a moment of rage, called his mother a bitch, and so realizing that he was a son of a bitch, hurting him even more so. Maybe my favorite part of the series so far. Ow! I love that Chris Chan's little Big Planet version of himself looks nothing like him, but looks like Liquid Chris. Dudes, have your children before 40 or 50. Bob Chandler. Oops! His mom taught him that it's okay to force physical contact on people. That went full circle. Exactly! Give them hugs even if they don't want them. That's something you should never do to literally anyone with autism. Or literally anyone. Boys watch the Tiger King documentary. Men watch the Chris Chan documentary. Literally. Imagine being in your 30s and having your mom telling you you're not allowed to leave home, even for like just a weekend. That's so fucking crazy. If you're ugly and you mumble, back off. Chris, a most beautiful and well-spoken individual. Isn't that right, Hans? Stares into his soul in a silent, awkward moment. Yeah! Why is this so funny? Chris dresses like a girl. Barb thinks he's going to kill her. It makes sense. What the fuck? Chris dressing like a girl is the first time in this documentary I didn't feel like he would kill me. Literally. In his shock, he called her a bitch, and in a realization that made him a son of a bitch, it hurt him even more. That's just so perfect. The fact that Barb threatened to kill Chris because of having long hair just proves how sadistically malevolent the Goblina known as Barb was, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, the Little Big Planet thing wasn't that bad until he started going off about dating and sex education, literally. Chris declined the offer, saying that ponies did not belong in a universe of Sonichu and Rosechu. That aged wonderfully. Part 1 of his autism tutorial did more to raise autism awareness than Autism Speaks ever did. Then he shot himself in the foot going into his personal life. He really stooped down to Autism Speaks level. Fucking hell. Sorry, this is funny. 2001 Chris, looking for a boyfriend-free girl. 2011 Chris is a boyfriend-free girl. Holy shit, his monologue about hugs. Barb always hugged him even if he didn't want it, because he feel the love eventually. Now it makes sense as to why he always touches girls. He thinks if he touches them enough, even if they don't want it to, they'll love it eventually. I can't believe the trolls gave up the opportunity to tell Chris Christian Mingle was a dating site solely for women wanting to date Christian. Chris be like, I'm honest, caring, kind person that says ugly people scared him and don't want anything to do with people he deems ugly, Lamau. The idea of Barb packing up and leaving the house is so funny when you've seen a house tour. What in the hell would she decide to pack? Literally nothing. Ponies are not belonging to the universe of Sonichu and Rosechu. Oh, how the tables turned. Chris punching Hans Asperger proclaiming Baka is a new highlight. I think the reason Chris considers high school to be the best time of his life is because he got to be away from his parents and socialize with his peers and try new things with his mom there constantly telling him no. True. Barbara offered Chris and Bob a spaghetti dinner, to which they both declined. She must suck then. I mean, you can't even fucking find a stove, so like, it makes sense. Angered by the situation, she refused to cook for them from that point onward. Damn, talk about holding grudges and being petty. Fuck. I felt very miserable in realizing that at this point, my only reason for being was to keep this falling apart family together. Yikes, Chris. Yeah, ugh. Ouch. It's immensely tragic how Chris's first trolls were his own parents. Yep, true. Feels so manipulative as a family to act like this. His mom's saying she wants to die. Like, what the f? It's legitimately disturbing when you realize that Barb didn't want him to leave because of her hoarding issues. To her, Chris is her property and was never allowed to leave. Oh, God. It's rather odd that Chris has always been willing to blame literally everyone in the entire world for causing all of his problems except his parents, when really his parents are solely responsible for the entirety of his problems. Facts. My God. Alright, next video. Oh, is this where Chris starts to become a she? Okay, part 35. Maybe, I don't know.
On May 26, 2011, Christian was directed to a troll-created forum site called Tomboys and Tomgirl of Virginia.
Wow.
He signed up under the username Creepy Dashy, using the character Apple Dash from the cartoon series My Little Pony Magic as his avatar, and made an introductory post. Even though he did not explicitly reveal his true identity, his unique writing style was unmistakable. Hello, fellow tomboys, parentheses. Y'all may address me by my screen name in the board talk. I like music, makeup, dressing up in my mini, having fun, and hanging with my girlfriends, karaoke, video games, crafting, and art. I'm also empathetic, so I can understand other people's feelings, as well as my own. I am a dynamic, complex individual. I do not have many deep pals, because I have my own mental hang-ups against the majority of them. Nothing personal.
Oh my God!
Being bullied by some mean brutes, as well as homosexuals over the internet.
Jesus!
/trolls/anons are hot buttons.
You're the homos!
That issue further, and I'm an all-around good, friendly, honest, heterosexual tomgirl. Thank you all for offering me respect, as I respect each of you and your opinions on board. Later that day, he made a post about coming out as a tomgirl to his parents, revealing that his mother told him that she didn't raise up a daughter and that his father called him a fag. That he started using the ladies' bathroom, saying that it felt good and right. But after 4 visits to women's facilities, a woman complained about him to a so-called prude male, who accosted him, embarrassing him, who was nevertheless determined to continue to use the women's bathroom as long as he wore a skirt. Also on that same day, forum user Danielle the Riveter began organizing a Tomboys and Tomgirls meetup for July. He suggested that they could meet up in Applebee's in Charlottesville, which was his frequent hangout where he sang karaoke.
I think just gender-neutral bathrooms are better. I don't fucking know.
Still wary of users' authenticities.
It's called a swimming pool. I'm kidding, shut up.
Despite her encouragement, he refused to engage with them in real life. He also said to her that he began to think of himself as a lesbian. Chris then stated on the forum that his mother had tried to bribe him into wearing male underwear again, but he relented. He continues to make sporadic comments and posts on the forum throughout the month. On June 10th, Chris uploaded
and here are a lot of us here women trying to wear boxers. So it is funny. What do you think about it?
Nintendo 3DS.
Close full circle.
The update, eShop, and internet capabilities are available today. Everything. Yay! Flip Note Studio should also be on 3DS, but it's not available in the eShop. You cannot search for it either.
You can't? Damn, that sucks.
We want to play with our studio now. We don't want to wait for a new memo. Give it to us now and put it in the eShop. Nintendo, we know you can do it. We want to rock and play in our studio on 3DS. Give it to us now.
I forgot they just stopped trying to ban him.
Please and thank you. Today!
9 days later, he uploaded his last footnote on the platform, a 3-second looping animation of a hippo running around in circles. Around the same time, Chris made a post on the Tomboys and Tomgirls forum, lamenting over his current lack of friends. He commented that a friend of his told him that it would be difficult for him to find women who would want to engage with him sexually if he had no male friends, but due to his mental hang-ups against the male population, he found himself incapable of building friendships with men. Hence, he asked the forum members for it.
Okay, nobody's saying you have to check your Facebook 15 times a day or post updates about every little thing you do or talk to a bunch of weird strangers. It's ridiculous. All I'm saying is that these close female friends you used to have and no longer talk to are probably on Facebook. Do you have their current phone numbers or any way to contact your old friends? If not, there's one simple thing you can do to get back in touch with them. It takes less than 5 minutes to start a profile. A lot of the girls I've slept with have been introduced to me by friends. I didn't even have to do anything. Your girlfriends probably know a lot of nice single girls who would love to meet you. It's sad you'll never get back in touch with them without Facebook. I've been using Facebook pretty much since it started, and I've always had a very active social life. I'm going out with my friends to clubs and movies and bars. I'm not camped out in front of a screen all day like you suggest. It's more of a tool to keep in touch with people I already know in real life. I'm not talking with total strangers. Not true. Why, yes, I do. Why, yes, I do use my hand brush as a microphone and dance in my undies. That's so real.
He must contribute Chris told him about the benefits of using Facebook to keep in touch with their friends. Chris told him about the dangerous possibility of talking with trolls or cyberbullies, or pretending they were someone else, gaining their trust, and seeking private information. He offered a couple of accounts of such occurrences as examples. Take, for example, the author of the comic book series featuring that yellow electric hedgehog, Sonichu, if I remember correctly. Before a time, the author had a clean history, then cyberbullies and trolls attacked him greatly, and now Googling his name will result in over 1 million results of hate and name soiling, especially from the blackmail and deception he had to endure. I, myself, had a page on Facebook. Things were good for me a while. Then I was attacked in 2005 by the trolls. They pretended to be my closest friends. They got a number of incriminating photos and details from me. They also hacked into my Facebook. It took me over a week before I was able to reset my password and email address, and upon reflection, I closed my Facebook account and left the online socializing for years. It is real, and they are vicious, crazy, wickedly smart people. Throughout June, Christian and Jackie were trying to organize a meetup on the 4th of July. Jackie plans to go to Washington, D.C. then, and wanted Chris to come as well. He was hesitant regarding the long travel distance, and that his parents would most likely protest against the trip out of fear of him being tricked again. After agreeing upon a financial arrangement, Jackie asked if her parents could call him so that they could get a better idea about what kind of person he was, though no such call ended up formulating. 2 days before the planned excursion, Chris finally reveals his plans to his mother. He disapproved of his motives, believing he was making the trip for the sole purpose of sex, and also made the case that the family cars were very troublesome and may break down along the way. Heartbroken by the news, Jackie suggested a compromise. She wanted him to dress up his inflatable sex doll as herself, with a picture of her face covering the sex doll's face.
Come on!
That he take out the doll on date sites, such as McDonald's, and finish the day with Chris
Who
and
did
the sex
send
doll
in the other fucking
display
female
in
trolls then?
Jackie wanted him to film the entire ordeal and share it privately with her via
I keep forgetting that Jackie is a
troll. That he wouldn't film any possibly incriminating videos, be they public or private. He added that they could still meet up some other time in Charlottesville. Jackie was crestfallen by his refusal, and that he would submit to his mother so easily. She highlighted that he didn't even consider getting a bus to her location. This resulted in many days of email arguing between Jackie and Chris. Jackie was bedridden in a state of uncontrollable sobbing, while Chris reflected on what it means to be in a relationship. After they reconciled and established that they both wanted to meet and advance their relationship forward, on July 11th, Jackie sent him a list of requirements for videos which he would film the following day. These were largely the same in concept as her previous proposed 4th of July date videos with her sex doll. He made 4 videos, which he shared privately with her. In the first video, Chris dances with his sex doll in his room.
And now, Jackie,
no, girl!
Took you off your feet. You know right now, they're sitting down.
What? The doll looks so goofy. Permanent wall sex structure. Damn.
Next, he took his blow doll for a drive.
What? Look at Sonichu hanging on the mirror. It's great.
The next scene was supposed to depict the McDonald's parking lot, though it was actually filmed in his yard.
Big? And I said apple diapers. I'm like, what the fuck? Fun. Oh, girl. What the? Are they helping? What the fuck is going on?
The final clip depicted Chris and his sex doll in lieu of Jackie having sex in the Chandler's bathroom.
No. I'll put my face cam over the... Whoa. Oh, he didn't actually... Okay. I'm gonna cover that with my webcam.
Jackie requested that he refilm the last clip of him having sex with the blow doll. In addition,
I don't know if I
she
can.
wanted Chris to act like a porn star with her, and repeatedly asked, "Who's your brony?" as he humped her.
Oh.
She also asked him to draw a
Whoa.
cutie mark inspired by the special cutie marks found on the haunches of My Little Pony characters.
No, girl, no.
Christian did as he was told.
Yeah. Bro, you're weird. Oh, no. God damn, he's going at it. Is he just gonna like ask that the whole fucking time? Delicious. Oh, he just got Applejack, if you know what I mean. Fuck.
Due to the lighting, nothing could be seen.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
For her next video request, she wanted Chris to do a sexy tomgirl dance in Walmart, complete with hip gyrations, twirling, and throwing glitter in the air.
No,
Chris was hesitant to do the deed in public, citing previous times he had been arrested. On July 14th, he filmed the requested video in the Walmart changing room.
Oh, girl.
He then pulls up his purse to reveal a cutie mark drawn on his butt cheek.
No. Oh, I don't. Okay. Okay, I'm really gonna have to censor that. Even if it is censored, I still don't want to see any shape of their ass cheeks, whatever.
Check your progress.
After he sent her the video, Christian apologized for having filmed in the changing room as the Walmart was too crowded, and for forgetting the glitter. They also exchanged ideas for a future video called Cake Farts, inspired by shock websites and video, during which he was onto and then...
That who made him do the fucking cake fart thing? Because I heard about that, but I never knew who made him fucking do it. God, no. It was Jackie?
Chris apparently couldn't to get more air inside him so he could expel more farts during filming. He also wanted Jackie to come to his house and meet his parents before they had sex. On July 16th, he had a supposed phone conversation with Jackie's drunk father. There was no known recording of their phone call. She then specified what he should do and say during the Cake Farts video.
No, girl.
Awesome sauce
No.
on his butt cheeks. On July 18th, Chris got a $9 chocolate and fudge cake from Margaret. He cut off a slice and ate it.
$9?
He also the candies placed on top of it. After he took a shower, he filmed his Cake Farts video.
Hey, Jackie.
Well, you gonna have to shower again. No. No, ew, no. I don't want to. Ew. No. No. Why, Gina? Why? No. Okay, thanks for censoring the whole thing. Oh, that is a fucking... I'm asking the same fucking thing. Ooh, gross.
What the hell am I doing? I paid $900 for this cake. That's a lot of yen. Bye-bye.
Oh, gross. Ugh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna actually fucking throw up. Jesus.
He used this opportunity to reveal his true identity on the forum and discuss his troubles concerning the website and the trolls. My tomgirl and tomboy acquaintances, I feel it is time I introduce myself better. I'm more than just a tomgirl. I am a high-functioning autistic person who was heavily emotionally damaged, artistic inspiration lost, deception, blackmail, and plain hurtful words from those bottom-feeding trolls. I am the hand-drawn original creator of Sonichu, Rosechu, and the city of Cookville, Virginia, USA. I am Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia. I had joined this forum with the opportunity to associate with my own misunderstood kind of people, commonly mistaken for amongst the gays and lesbians. I concealed my identity on here reasonably, prayerfully, not to be found by those trolls. For years, I have fallen victim to the treachery. I've tried within my own limited knowledge and technology to counterattack those fiends. I've mostly failed, and as a result, my reputation on the internet fell deep into the treacherous exaggerations, lies, and crap. If I had any knowledge or technology, I would have hacked into and destroyed every one of their web pages and whatnot long ago, but I did and still do not. All I could do in the end was hide in the old-fashioned, as it would appear to be now, world of real life of the internet. Yet I'm one who does not like to be left behind in the modern world. Also, because of them, it has been impossible for me to get a job. Damn negative background checks. And I would appreciate reducing the results of my full name from over 2 freaking million results back down to less than 100. Now that they have found me on here, y'all have been dragged into my darkness. For that, I feel deep shame and regret, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm not the disgruntled, mean, or perverted person they have mislabeled of me. I'm only a normal, heterosexual, good-natured, high-functioning, autistic tomgirl, and I want to be treated like a normal person. And I wish I do not have to be paranoid of those fiends and their hurtful web pages. Some members of the forum claimed to possess family members or acquaintances who are allegedly qualified to help him, and offered their services to track down and reveal the true identities of all those trolls. At the same time, during his email correspondence with Jackie, she let him know that she was grounded by her parents, unable to go out to meet him for a date. Chris was understandably disappointed by the news, but noted that she was much better off than him since she had a job. Chris then told her that he made a new Facebook account with high privacy settings so that the trolls would not be able to access it. He asked her to send him a friend request.
That's good.
Sent her photos of his
But how high are the privacy settings? Where are you?
Let's go, girl.
6 days later, Chris notified Jackie that he was still working on a new album from Robbie Sonny.
Oh my god!
Efforts made in the same vein as his previous
That's crazy.
The songs featured many tributes to Jackie and being a tomgirl, after revealing to Jackie that some true and Rose's child, Robbie, was in fact a tomgirl himself. The album would eventually be leaked by trolls. He also made mention of his ongoing scheme to take down trolls, citing an article found on the Hook website, which stated that the owner of the game place, Robert Whitefire, was a convicted sex offender, and hoped that he would be able to find similarly incriminating information on the manager of the store, Michael Snyder.
Of course.
Chris told Jackie that only she, his parents, and his fellow tomgirls and tomboys from the forum knew about his plan. After compiling falsified information provided to him by the trolls from the tomboys and tomgirls forum, Christian began a campaign of intimidation, which would become known as the calling out song to him by the trolls from the tomboys and tomgirls forum. Christian began a campaign of intimidation, which would become known as the Calling Out Saga, during which he would give out hints at trolls' presumably true identities in an attempt to get them to come out of hiding. On August 6th, he made his first calling out video, directed at Sir Tito.
Oh god.
Attention, citizens of the internet.
No.
I am making a return. Y'all should know me by now, if in case you don't. I am Christian Western Chandler, the original creator of Sonic, Those Two, and the Electric Pizza Pokemon. And with that, I will now continue with why I am making my return. I am ready to initiate negotiation and payback with the trolls, the cyberbullies that have been defiling me within the past 5 years. In the past 4 years. Firstly, I would like to make it well known that I have information of such trolls and cyberbullies.
Really?
And therefore, if I release them, they can be easily trolled back by anyone.
Could they?
And the first among the chopping block I would like to include Surf Shack Tipo, or should I say, Dawn in Michigan. Saying that he's a total fat person, but he would make the real big Buddha look like a supermodel in comparison.
Oh my god, that's funny.
In fact, with his look, he could be a Rasta Buddha. And I show you only a fragment of the photograph.
Fuck is that?
Now, Dawn, let's talk business. If you do not want me to reveal the entire photograph, or any of the remainder of your information of which I have upon my possession, you will follow my demand. I want you to come forward with your participation in PlayStation Network hacking directly to Sony Computer Entertainment America and Sony Computer Entertainment Japan with a live video, unaltered. You will apologize to Sony and myself for hacking into the PlayStation Network at all, because I know you are responsible for that.
Fun.
And also, I would like you to, within that same video or in a separate video, apologize directly to my ex-girlfriend and her family.
No, why would you reveal her name?
My past friends, because I don't like there to be bad things and ill tidings between people. And I know it's possibly not quite doing that, by the way, within that relationship with them. But anyway, moving on with my demand.
That was obviously not
I would
directed towards
also like you to send me via U.S. mail $1,000 cash, American, unmarked bill. Snail mailed to my home address in a long,
fuck, dude.
small white envelope.
Okay, white. It has to be white.
Clearly, legibly handwritten on the envelope in the return area. And lastly, from this point, after you have done these things, I would like you, Dawn of Michigan, to leave me, my life, my family, my friends alone to be, for the rest of our lives, in peace. Expect another video in the near future of another troll that I am well aware of. Thank you.
Later that day came the second installment of Chris calling out the trolls.
I call to your attention Master Thor.
Who the fuck is that?
Or as you know in real life, Jeremy within Canada. He is a pizza-faced atheist.
Same, bro. I'm a...
Possibly in a video game store. I leave the specifics disclosed at this time. And here is a sample of his photograph.
Wow.
Because I know
that's probably Alec.
that you have photoshopped me into that damn gay bar and uploaded it, had it uploaded.
I forgot about that.
In New York City within some time ago. I would like you to make a public apology that is a correction, that I, Christian Western Chandler, am straight, and I have never ever been in a damn gay bar ever. And I want them uploaded among the New York City billboards, and I want them left up there for 1 whole week. Stay tuned for another reveal, troll, or slightly reveal, as I am on the payback! I win.
His final video of the day was a short clarification of deadlines concerning the two trolls I've just addressed.
I almost forgot. Between Dawn and Jeremy, also known as Surf Shack Tito and Thorg, my demand
Thorg Ragnarok.
I'd like them met before August 31st, 2011, the end of this month. And if my demands are not met before then, I'm going to reveal your respective real-life photographs as well as the rest of
if they even are them
of you two, respectively, that I have within my possession. And then you two will each
it's not even as
be
true, so
trolled
jeez.
by your own trolls. And the police will catch up with you.
2 days later, he came out with his next calling out video, this time directed at Alec Benson Leary.
The one called Alex Benson Leary is not who he appears to be, and he certainly is not an original creator of Asperger's. In fact, he is not even Aspergian. He does not have Asperger's.
You mean an Aspie?
He's another fat.
Fatty fat 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 fat.
The human comedy place, of which he makes donations. Of which I have another expose about the gay place. First, here's Closer.
What?
His real name is Christopher. So, let's talk
Fun.
business now. What I would like from you is essentially a live video apology for all the wrongs you have done to me over the internet, including the copyright infringement of my science use.
How does he even figure this shit out?
Poor excuse of a 9-year-old immature jerk. Also,
immature.
I wish to make a correction to my demand with Don and Jeremy.
Okay.
Essentially, I have learned from my esteemed colleague associate that apparently it is extortion to request mucho dinero, and plus
Mucho dinero?
the board is no longer in effect. Anyway, going back to Christopher. By the way, I know you're in Texas. You're in Texas, you fatty fat fat. As such, over at the place, the gaming house place of which we are fully aware of and have grown to love and such. But there is more to the place. And it's 3 associated stores located only within Virginia. And I know from cold hard facts, the 4 stores, their owner, a one Mr. Robert Lightburn, is a child molester and convicted sex offender in Illinois. And think about this. The place in Charlottesville is located right across from a school.
Yeah, that's weird.
Children, especially families.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I don't think you would want anybody who is a minor or even under the age of 10 to go into such a place that is owned by a child molester. And I'm sure that in association, even though he is married, Michael Snyder has his own child molestation skeleton in his closet. He probably even molested his own daughter, for all I know.
What?
I do not have concrete facts, so therefore that is just theory until I am corrected.
That is a really crazy assumption. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Well, I suppose that.
Later that day, he uploaded an unusual video in which he goes out into his yard and replicates a scene from the 1990 film Silence of the Lambs, and mimes digging his dog Patty out from the ground. The exact
What?
reasons behind the creation of
Oh,
this
I
video
did hear
are
about
unknown.
this. Jesus Christ. No. Why the fuck would you think of doing this?
Sure. Oh, that's it. Just keeping warm right now.
Okay, he's only miming it, but jeez, that's crazy though.
Here we are. Oh, nice, simple one.
Even a wig?
Thank you, Patty. Now we are together forever.
God, that's gross.
Would you fuck me? Nominate 9, Chad? I'd fuck me.
Excuse me?
To meet Christian's demand,
Well, that's fucking disturbing.
Information about the trolls. A falsified response video from Server Tito was created using the bare belly taken from a video by YouTuber Mr. Pregnant as the visual.
No!
Allegedly provided
That's
by Tito
insane.
himself.
I'll get you the money. I'll get you the $1,000 and the interest. Just don't release that video with the picture of me. Just don't do any more, man. I'll do anything. I'll be a slave for a whole week if I have to. I got people after me. I can't have.
What the fuck is this?
With
Sexy.
him, Chris recorded a video responding to Server Tito's response.
You made a wise decision, Don. As long as I get the money before the end of the month, I will withhold the photographs and the other information. I can promise you that. But, miss the deadline? And you certainly don't have to be my slave for a week. I mean, aside from the slave laws and everything.
Not literally.
Anyway, apparently I have learned from my esteemed colleague that Lord, Master Jeremy, is still not convinced that I mean business. Well, just to show you, Jeremy, that I mean business,
Okay.
I'm going to reveal a little bit more about you. Here is another close-up of that photograph zoomed in on your pizza face.
Oh god. To be honest, it looks like pubic hair glued on.
The atheist
If that's really it.
does not like having his mind changed about God. I mean, I gotta tell you, man, God is all-powerful.
Really?
Earth was created aside from the Big Bang. Who had to put the Big Bang together?
Gravity. I don't fucking know. Maybe the moon crashing into the earth. I don't know.
That between him and Jesus, they're pretty powerful. They're pretty powerful individuals. And I believe in them. Jesus has done a lot with his miracles before he had to wear the cross, which I just empathize with him on that. I mean, it's like I could feel the thorns that were thrust and his front plowed through his hands and his feet.
Ouchies.
Oh, clowns. Empathy is a powerful thing.
Sure, yeah.
But I certainly would not want to be an atheist, because if I don't have God or Jesus on my side, I would be more lost than I was considerably beforehand.
Oh, yeah, they were definitely there for you when you fucked your mother.
Atheists are the devil's spawning in the obscene. And I certainly would not want to be amongst them when they are run out of
Amongst us.
As a believer, I would either be I would more likely be the peacemaker, or I certainly wouldn't mind being one with a pitchfork, following the crowd and pushing the atheists out of town. You're me. Because if you don't respond by say first. I mean business. Check your privileges.
This was soon followed by a video clarifying the supposed ex-girlfriend status of the wallflower, brought about by a reference to her in an earlier video.
In the recent video, where I mentioned that was my ex-girlfriend, I did not mean that the way it sounded. I meant the term
you were never together.
A girl, and that she was a friend of mine.
Exactly.
But then because of what happened soon after, or near the end of the friendship, she dumped me as a friend and doesn't want anything to do with me ever again. And also, just an additional note to Don over there.
Rightful in that. She's righteous in that.
Videos, he may still contact me at my AOL address, of which him, as well as the majority of the other souls are aware of. Yeah. Dang it, I'm losing my seriousness here. Not there. But I am very serious on getting justice for what I've been waiting for the past 4 years. Anyway, with that, I also would like to mention that I rarely do not check my voicemails. Pretty much I check them when they exceed like 10 or so, because I'm still paranoid of people abusing me over the phone line.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
That for this. Have a good day.
On August 12th,
Fair enough.
Chris made a video exposing what he believes to have been Thorpe's true identity. The person showcased was in fact Finnish internet user Kimmo AM, whose likeness was used in a popular internet-based image macro.
This is his trolling persona.
What the fuck?
And of course, here's the full photograph.
Jeez.
Of which I've shown
Come on.
previously. The full persona.
What the fuck?
Jeremy Slumwhite. This is like the Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Bullshit.
Occupation, an employee over at the GameStop over there.
Why do you say Canada like that?
He is a single person.
He is very similar to you.
To the public through the quickie. Photoshopping me into a gay bar with black hats uploaded to a billboard in New York. He participated in the trolling train. He contributed bad things into my mailbag on the Wikipedia and general YouTube, quickie, trolling, and support roles.
Sure.
And following that, we have 2 more photographs of Master Jeremy Slumwhite. What an ugly son of a bitch. Really ugly.
Damn, bitch.
And here's a more recent one, where he got her to play atheist against me. Everybody, please feel free to troll.
What the fuck? That doesn't even look like it.
Day 32 in Vancouver, BC, Canada, at the GameStop at which he works at. Atheist, be gone!
What the fuck? Kamehameha.
Everybody stay tuned for the next
Well, at least we're not trying to curse people anymore. After Allie told you that it was fucking, or, you know.
On that same day, he recorded a video of himself reciting a poem he had written for Jackie.
Okay, anyway, the red maned deer. From me, written yesterday on the 11th, came to me, I was like, no.
On a shit,
The
bro.
red maned deer is quite an elusive, majestic creature of any forest of this
But-
nature, and even of the universe. Her dazzling coat not only keeps her warm, but beautiful with sexy flair. She has eyes of green, like a slice of lime.
Yummy.
Her smile is so cute, like a bunny or a kitten.
Nice.
And her smiling voice, truly cute, and sweet like a lute.
What is that? A lute?
Keeping up
I'm fucking looking that up really quick. Oh, what? A plex-stringed instrument with a long neck bearing frets and a rounded body with a flat front that is shaped like a halved egg. Oh my god, I guess he knows more than I do. I guess he knows more about instruments than I do.
observation and camouflage. She has an interesting family, including her first...
Okay, when I unpaused, it sounded like masturbation.
They treat her standing like a Cinderella, keeping her from seeing her prince. One day, as I followed, too much of my surprise, she turns her head and looks directly at me.
Very
I
poetic.
did for a short moment, so she spoke, in my language very clear. Come out, my dear watcher. I have been very aware of you all these months. I've watched you as you rested, and dined out the forest fruit. Please come closer, stroke my coat and mane. Allow me to admire your face, close to mine. I approached with erect elation.
Erect!
Smooth as silk, her mane brushing my fingers like a spring breeze. I looked into her eyes as she to mine. Entranced with her temptation and beauty, I was truly surprised that she kissed me deep. Damn.
Shit! Bring back the Lars thing. Shit!
Truest sweet love. This was, in fact, not an act of bestiality. For you
What?
see, the red-maned deer I have been communicating with and tracking is really my womanly sweetheart named Jacqueline Rami.
Uh-oh. Okay, that was a lot. What the fuck was that?
With Chris's recent
Sorry, that was a
exciting
jump
developments in
scare.
his
That was like a
spotlight,
FNAF
Los
jump
Angeles
scare.
felt like they were experiencing a return of
Specifically
old romance.
Foxy.
Yet another sweetheart saga, alongside another ploy
Should
to
not have
defeat
said
the trolls.
Foxy.
But little did anyone know, his colorful online presence would be suddenly cut short by a tragic event that would drastically change Chris's life.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck, what happens? Oh. Oh, is it next part where his fucking house catches on fire? Or is that when Bob dies? One of the two. I'm guessing Bob dies. Because I think the house fire happens, like, way later. Maybe, like, near 2015 or so. I don't fucking know. I'm just amazed by the fact Chris has managed to look middle-aged his entire life. Even as a fucking baby, he did. Lamau, Chris tried to stay anonymous, but is also like, hey, have you heard of Sonic Show? In the last episode of Tiger King, an interviewer said this has got to be the most extensive documentary in his human history. And for a brief moment, I realized that not everyone in the world has devoted hundreds of hours to learning about Chris. Me, kind of feel bad for Chris. Meanwhile, Chris. Michael Snyder molested his own daughter. I don't have proof. His source, trust me. He uploaded his last flip note on the platform, a 3-second animation of a hippo running around in circles. That's kind of the perfect metaphor for Chris's life. Dudes really be afraid to moan in front of the girl. I be in a girl's ear like, whoopee! Bebop Chandler slowly dying. Look outside to see your son having a date with his blow-up doll and eating McDonald's. Later hear him muffled squealing in bathroom with blow-up doll. Later here, who's your brony coming from his room? Item head out. Oh, made him this way. What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? Why am I doing this? Why am I still doing this to myself? What the hell am I doing here? Chris Chan having a rare moment of clarity. Chris's baby/cutesy voice that he uses on sweethearts is what the government uses to torture enemies of the state. This is what the church uses on heretics. I was mortified for a great portion of this video until Chris says, what the hell am I doing here during the cake fire? Almost as if he had a moment of self-awareness. Absolutely lost it about. You should shower and eat vegetables. Those trolls won't get me. You should do horrendous sexual things. Film it and put it on the internet. Well, anything for love. Chris's weird baby voice whenever he talks to a girlfriend is beyond horrifying. Quick, farts on a cake. Bob, I am out. They also exchange ideas for a future video called Cake Farts. Oh, no. Wait. My ex-girlfriend. There's something exceptionally disturbing by how Chris would not accept that the wallflower was not his girlfriend, even when she told him so herself multiple times. Recipes to Gino for having to censor all of Chris's ass shots. Due to the lighting, nothing could be seen. God was with us that day. Tiger King, no. Chris Chan, a comprehensive history, yeah. The one time Chris had a point. Flipnote Studios should have been on 3DS. Chris's attempt at anonymity, I can't fucking read that word, takes me out. You know how they trolled the guy who made the Sonic Show comics? The world famous Sonic Show author / illustrator? Same thing happened to me. I'm not him though. I rarely do not check my emails. I feel like the sentence could be analyzed in English class. I like how as soon as he thinks he's in a position of power, he goes full supervillain mode. Can't believe the first mistake he ever made so far in this series is by calling Applejack Apple Dash. It's like watching a documentary on a serial killer and being inspired not to be a serial killer, but it's just Chris being autistic. It's not even him being autistic, it's him being an asshole. I paid $9 American for this cake, and that's a lot again. It has to be one of my favorite sentences to ever come out of someone's mouth. Chris says he won't film any potentially incriminating videos. Also, Chris makes cake farts. I really hate it. Chris's parents really went, no, you can't go out to meet a real woman, and allowed him to play with the sex doll of that woman instead. I know, what the fuck? Alright, finally, last one, part 36. I'm gonna pee, though, because I really need to. One more, part 36.
On August 16th, 2011, Christian uploaded a YouTube video in which he demonstrates how he puts on makeup.
Now it's time for makeup.
Oh, God.
I'd like to start.
As a makeup artist, I'm gonna love this one.
I go with my own skin tone, which was recommended to me by the person, the woman who served me.
Oh, that's cool.
The makeup parlor known as Sephora.
Oh, we love Sephora. A lot of that shit is expensive, though, but I like makeup. Oh, no. I don't think you're supposed to do the powder first, but okay. Well, I don't think it's gonna work if you straight up put powder foundation on your face first as the base.
I powder my nose. Definitely kills the shine, and you don't want to reflective nose.
Some people love reflective noses, especially today. No, don't dry it.
I mean, like focusing the upper eyelashes, because the lower ones are more difficult to do, really.
I sometimes do the lower ones. I think it's cool. I like it.
I think I like to apply the old...
And I like how California girls play.
Primer under my eyelid.
Wait, primer?
And
Girl?
actually, you can use eyeliner should be necessary white eyeshadow. It goes on the,
no, wait. Wait, no. No, I'm pretty sure you do eyeliner after the eyeshadow. Or unless you mean the primer.
It goes on the, edge of the eyelid.
Fun.
And that's where it's concentrated at. And lastly, I like to apply some lipstick.
Fun.
It's a no-brainer.
Good stuff.
And then the pigment goes on, I just apply some lip gloss.
Fun.
And that's pretty much a basic way of applying makeup.
Yeah, I saw some discrepancies, but overall, for beginner in makeup, it's not that bad. This is coming from me, someone who's been doing makeup for fucking years, and I still don't do foundation that often, so I don't know too much about it. I don't contour very often, so I don't know too much about it, but I usually do the fucking light squirt foundation first. The liquid foundation first, if I were to. I need to buy foundation that's like just my color. Because I don't have much of that. I don't have much of that.
Video in which he calls out the troll, Jack Thaddeus, after he had been falsely told by supposed tomboys and tomgirls with tech-savvy friends that the man behind the persona was in fact Ahulia Harrell, a transgender in mid-transition at the time, who, like Chris, was labeled by online communities as a lolcow, or a person who often executed laughable antics in public and online, and in turn was mocked and ridiculed.
I felt it was appropriate to dress in my feminine attire, as you can see fit.
Fun.
Because I am definitely calling out one Jack Thaddeus.
So I did watch a few of that guy's videos, and he does have a very similar voice to Jack Thaddeus, so like they could easily be confused with each other, I think, just from the voice alone, but they're not the same person.
And we happen to share similar common interests, a few of which. We both accept the adjective of being called tranny, except for him he's
actually trans.
We're just going through the whole gender changing operation. Yeah. Lopping off the tip and putting on the old and getting it tucked in.
Wait, hold on.
I would never do that.
Or her?
Never had a sex change operation. I'm proud to be a male.
Let's not talk about uncut, okay? Let's not talk about that.
And I'm even more proud to be a tomgirl.
Sure.
And we go far into femdom, which is female domination.
Sure.
Oh yeah. I'd like to get smacked by my woman.
Okay, you're into that shit.
In this case of him having his operation and going through it, I feel that he would definitely not be considered any at all as a woman whatsoever.
Okay.
He only fashionably looks like a woman with the parts and whatnot, except he would not have a uterus. And he would have no reproductive organs. I mean,
okay.
I want to have children someday. Obviously, he don't. And also, my sources that gave you information on him, he pretty much just pointed out calling him a tomgirl. But you know what? He's not a tomgirl at all. He's just a full-blown gay.
A fidget.
Everybody who is a homophobe, go ahead and call mine.
Damn, bitch.
Call Ahulia a goddamn homo.
Damn. And you're encouraging bullying? And that person's not even fucking Jack Thaddeus.
Yeah. I want Mr. Ahulia to make a public apology for all things he has done against me. Shoot, I forgot to write him down. But he knows what he did. Among which he has pestered me and on the phone and blackmailed me to do a few things. Anyway, 25-year-old Ahulia, homo. Pretty much it. We do agree on being cross-dressers.
He then shows a small portion of a photo of Ahulia's face.
Yeah. Anyway, he just does a terrible job in quote-unquote cross-dressing, because, I mean, look at that stubble on his face. Okay. And then look at me all over. I take the time to shave myself.
Okay.
Boom.
Damn. Like how he's purposely getting like the ugliest pictures of these.
Video, leave the internet, leave me, my family, and my friends at peace. You have till the 10th of September of this year to upload your video of apology for all the wrongs you have done to me, which I will list in the description a little later. Good day.
4 days later, he made a video directed at the troll known as Thorg, in which he raps about wristwatches, possibly making fun of his supposed obsession.
Big little something dead,
what?
And that's the Thorg.
Wrist? You got a whiz. You got a whiz.
Wristwatches.
After this video, Chris was told that Thorg decided to permanently retire from the internet.
Oh!
On August 23rd, Chris recorded another video targeting Jack Thaddeus.
I have heard that I have not seen any response from Mr. Jack Thaddeus. I thought he was known as Ahulia. So therefore, I will reveal a little bit more information about him. starring with another portion of this autograph. He was definitely responsible for hacking the network account.
Why is he slowly like revealing
in that
numbers?
account a few months ago. And he blackmailed me into humping my console. And he said this being discussed his ads on the Wikipedia, as well as other trolling schemes within the past couple of years. Oh yeah. They are the communists! We do not
A communist.
within this country.
And I'm a communist, if you know
We are
what I mean.
Republican, Democrat, or neutral. And I am neutral, so I'm going away. But I do not very much for communism. We do not like to stand under one ruler. It is very
Okay,
unruly
that's
and
fine.
stupid. I will give a Heil boost right in the Fuhrer's face.
No way you're saying Heil, bro.
Heil boost right in the Fuhrer's face.
What the fuck?
And he's definitely never going to be a female, truly, in that sense, in female dominant. He has to get a real woman to come in order to do that. He still lives in Pennsylvania. Still homo. 25 years old.
Oh man, that sucks.
The video was soon removed from YouTube for hate speech. In response, Olivia
Wow.
Harrell himself made a video addressing Chris's remarks about him.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I'm happy to be Olivia Harrell. You, however, you're not happy being yourself. You can't be yourself. You keep being locked into this idea that, you know, it's the straight male-female binary way you have to live, or it's no way at all. As someone who's a male-to-female transgender, and who is pansexual, this means, Chris, I love everyone regardless of their gender identity. I love everyone. That's
Facts.
something you are incapable of doing. Because you have shown the world you are incapable of tolerating these differences.
His next calling out
Facts.
video was directed at the troll behind the Julie and Blue Spike personas, wrongly believing that they were portrayed by gaming lolcow David Harlow, also known as Ness Helper.
Not the Julie.
And that's who we are going on next. The person who pretended to be a adult woman, but yet was a little brat. He was also known as his alias Matt and Blue Spike, but his real name is David, and he lives in California.
I can see him being called David and living in California.
And
Shit.
guess what? He is confirmed to have Asperger's. And I don't care much for Aspergians, and I do not care to be
Aspergians? Fuck me.
And I do not accept the scientific fact that autism is linked to Asperger's at any time. And of course he was responsible for that Julie fiasco, making me drive all the way to Cleveland, Ohio. And coming up, came up with second medal, and he likes big rooms. And he has no job. And he has also a game. Here's a close-up.
Wonder who that's
Picture of
describing.
the photograph.
Sorry.
Look at that big. Or at least a gap between his teeth. That's a big gap. Look at how big.
I'm trying to fart.
Huh? That's big.
I'm gonna
But
shit.
definitely a gap.
Oh fuck.
And, Mr. David, you have until September 15th to come up with the apology video. And leave me and my family and my friends at peace. Also an apology video. Tell everyone to stop making phone calls to me that say, Juliet! And get rid and making sure that nobody ever calls me Ian Brandon Iverson ever again, because that is not my name.
Alright.
You have until September 15th.
It's gonna be fun.
Juliet!
This video too was removed for hate speech. The final
Oh,
video
man.
of the day was dedicated to an unknown person who gifted him a laptop.
And
Who's
at this
still
moment,
screaming,
I would like to
Julie?
express a note of gratitude to a fan from the state of NC for sending me his or her old laptop, computer. Second hand, but it works very well. I had it shipped. And it contains no viruses, but still, I upgraded it, and it is better. It is like brand new. So thank you very much, fan from North Carolina, for sending me the laptop. And if anybody else wishes to contribute towards the execution of trolls and cyberbullies, so
Oh,
that
damn.
nobody else will have to be victim, you may feel free to contribute in any way that you see fit, generously and pleasantly. Thank you very much.
No, all those videos are
On
being
August
removed
28th,
for
Weekly
hate
user
speech.
BloBer leaked an unreleased video from Chris via the YouTube account Quickville Productions. In the video, Christian plays the metal version of the theme song of the video game The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim,
Ooh!
by S-Beast on Guitar
Ooh,
Hero,
that's fun.
and acts victorious, possibly over the allegation that Thord had quit the internet. How Dinglebear acquired the video is uncertain.
That is weird. Sounds like bad Celtic music. even like on beat. That's the part I'm really bothered by with this. And you start screaming, Julie. You were dead. You my almost
Tinkerbell
dead.
released another video from Chris. This time, a response to Ahobia Harrell's response to his video.
First off, you know, I am heterosexual. I'm straight. That's just the way I am. It's
Okay.
not a have-to situation. I've rarely seen it that way. I have at one point.
Okay, but like you're
guess
kind
what?
of like
I've seen the other
making
viewpoints, and they did not fear to me so much. They mostly grossly no. Therefore, that is what I am, and I am happy to stay that way, and I want to continue to be heterosexual. I am happy with myself there. And I will admit that with other people, there are differences that I feel most uncomfortable about and around, such as, yes, gays, gay men. I like lesbians. Smokers, definitely the smokers. Can anybody tell me why smoking isn't stupid? I don't think so. But that does not define me as an uncaring and cold-hearted person. I have empathy. I can put myself in other people's shoes and see how they would feel if I was my responses into whatever situations. And yet while you may or may not have empathy as well, Ahubia, I feel you to still be a typical, non-understanding pig.
I don't know.
I would travel
see the
outside of the
opposite.
state or wherever if I could, but my parents are both old. My father is ill. He's sickly. He has feet floatings. And he has ailments that doctors are unable to determine. And at this point, he's now certified as a forced shut-in. He cannot get out so much because he feels so ill and sickly in his feet. And I do get out of my house. I go out here and there and everywhere, so don't tell me that I don't get out.
Yeah, rarely.
I'm free as a bird. This bird you cannot change. Yes, I was from Leonard Skyner, and I like that song. And listen, I want you to listen to me here. I am all for equality, but there is a limit. I do not want to be forced or intimidated into or bullied into lifestyles that I just not am of or feel comfortable around.
Piercing.
But I'm still going to feel most uncomfortable around homosexual dudes, regardless.
Okay,
Most other males in general. Hell, I probably won't even have a bachelor party because I don't know so many males. I'll probably be having a bachelor party mostly constituted with those within my congregation who I'm only acquainted with like one or two of. Hell, I would even appreciate having a bachelor party where I had all my gal pals come and hold it for me. I'd rather have a bachelor party with, there was, shoot, I'm trying to think of a word, with mostly women. Because I feel more comfortable around women.
Fair enough.
Platonic, that's the word I would use. The party would be platonic. So I would say, good luck being a fake woman because you'll never be able to achieve true femdom.
Well, damn, bitch.
And you'll always be a dang homosexual male because you were born that way. You're going to stay that way pretty much, even if you're going to have your dick either chopped off or tucked in. People are still going to look at you so ill in the majority of this country. Anyway, that's my response to that.
Yeah, so, like, let them make that choice.
BloBer leaked one last video in which Chris reveals what he believes to be Alec Benson Leary's true identity. Christopher Paul Whitney, better known as morbidly obese YouTuber Fat Man, who made videos of himself eating copious amounts of unhealthy
Oh
foods while
God,
shirtless.
come on.
I haven't heard anything from Alec Benson Leary, also known as Christopher, and the due date has been reached. It is time for total revelation.
Probably don't even care, because that's clearly not him.
Christopher Paul, Fat Man, Whitney.
It's clearly not them. So they probably don't care that much.
Age 36, unemployed and on welfare. His interests include hot tubbing, video games, retirement, Xbox, folk music, theft and fraud, milk, comics, tips, and eating online. Yeah, he's that famous hot tubbing fat man on YouTube. Thinking fun, and guess what? Eating online. And recently, eating a whole block of cheese. A whole block of cheese. Yeah. Daunting. Daunting. And now for the salt of the moon.
What the fuck?
For the what time this time to be good. We are here at cheese stuff, microwave book, pepperoni pizza, and a can of cheese. Let the fun begin.
Bro, what the fuck?
He proceeds to eat a pizza on camera.
Yummy.
Cheesy goodness is in the clip. That was good. Oh yeah. Oh, the donkey. Oh yeah. Oh, the donkey. Oh yeah. Big difference. He's fat. Tim. And believe it or not,
Sure.
if you fatter, that's Surf Shop Cheetos. of which he has missed the deadline with his apology video and leaving the internet for good. So, nothing else
What the
about
fuck?
it. So, live in peace, Masahito. But Christopher Paul, your big fat balloon has been deflated.
Okay.
Right there.
At around this time, Chris produced some more videos meant for Jackie, which were leaked at a much later date. One featured him performing a cheerleader routine for her.
Oh, what?
Raw, wee, kick him in the knee. Raw, what? Kick him in the other knee. This is the
Ouchies. What is this?
J A C K I E Jackie. Who's that girl who can't be beat? Jackie. Jackie. Who's that girl that she could beat? Jackie. Jackie.
In another, he performs a stripping routine set to the song Fuck the Pain Away by electronic artist Peaches.
No way.
There's Tomboy Blue.
This is one of the videos I heard about that you can hear fucking Bob dying in the background. Titties like fuck. I hate hearing it past my shoulder. Oh, I don't like it.
In early September, Bob was rushed to Martha Jefferson Hospital for heart
Oh
complications.
shit.
It was later revealed that he had to be placed in quarantine due to numerous bug bites all over his body, causing an infestation in their home.
Well, that
On
makes
September
sense.
4th, he celebrated his 84th birthday in an intensive care unit. On September 6th, Christian posted a public note on Facebook, which functioned as an online attraction sign.
Oh, now
using
it's
the social media
21 to
networks as his form to
29.
seek out females.
Okay,
His
well, I
specifications for
guess he
potential partner
updates
included being 21 to 29 years old,
a bit.
cute,
That's
pretty,
good.
beautiful, or hot, between 4 feet 10 inches and 5 feet 10 inches, and well-informed to expert in sex.
Fuck is that?
On that same day, Bob Chandler passed away from his heart difficulties.
No!
On the 7th,
Shit.
a bereaved Chris wrote an email to Jackie, trying to make sense of what happened. This is the last publicized correspondence between Jackie and Chris. I could not get to sleep. My heavier cries for my father's passing is really hitting me bad. Suffice to say, I'm feeling through multiple emotions. I, like my mother, cannot believe he is gone. In a dream I had years ago, the Grim Reaper made an appearance. I asked him directly. I understand my dad does not have long to live, but I have to ask while you're here. When will you be taking my father? He informed me that he would not claim his soul until the year 2015. So I've known since before 2005 that Robert had a good number of years left. 2015. Damn you, Reaper. This is 2011. I was promised that we'd be blessed with father's presence for 4 more years. I was promised. Sigh. Upon assuming his responsibilities of household finances, bill paying, and helping my mother, I started reading his payment plan binder, figured out his chart organization, and got started okay with a better informed mind.
Okay, good.
I've been emotionally comforting to my mom and keeping her straight as she is still feeling drunk like weird, lonely, and sad. When I have my moment, I'm able to share a smile with her. Currently, she's sleeping in comfort up in my room with a CD of big band romance tracks my Aunt Harriet offered to Robert for his 84th. At least now I have finally confirmed that you, a shorter than me woman, can crash on my couch and I will take the bed without having feet hit me. I mean,
the hell?
I'm uncertain my bed is wide enough for 2. I'll check in again later. Love you, Jackie. Chrissy. Also around this time, Chris had a phone conversation with a troll, possibly with Jackie, throughout which he cried and sobbed, talking about his father. The call was recorded, but the trolls involved decided not to release it out of respect, and now the recording is either still kept in secret by select few head trolls or lost
shit.
entirely.
Oh,
From
wow.
the 10th to the 19th of September, the quickie closed down and redirected to a page which simply stated Robert Franklin Chandler Jr.,
man.
1927 to 2011.
Dang.
Back at home, Robert
Man,
and Christian
they all
collaborated
really
in writing an
respected
obituary for
Bob.
Bob, which was
Holy
published in
shit.
2 local papers. He was born on September 4th, 1927, in Texas, the son of the late Robert Franklin Chandler Sr. and Jean Holland Chandler. On June 7, 1980, he married Barbara Ann Weston, who survives, and the couple gave birth to a son, Christian Weston Chandler, who survives. Also surviving is ex-wife Patricia, and their
Fuck
third children,
me.
son Dr. David Allen Chandler, survives, and daughter Carol Suzanne Chandler, survives.
what the fuck?
He graduated from Auburn University with a degree in engineering. He served in the United States Army Seoul, Korea with the Signal Corps during the Korean War.
Dang.
He worked for General Electric as an engineer with steels, plastics, etc. He also had patents for the controls for plastic molding machines. Without him, we would not have even a simple plastic funnel. Also surviving our granddaughter, Savannah Chandler,
Wow.
the daughter of David Allen Chandler, and his wife, Kimberly. A funeral service will be held at Monticello Memory Gardens in Charlottesville, Virginia, 10 a.m., Monday, September
And
12,
his
2011.
granddaughter.
A memorial service to follow on a later date at Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church. Instead of flowers, you may make monetary donations to his widow, Barbara Chandler, and son, Christian Chandler.
Bad idea.
During the
They're
funeral
gonna use
service on
that
September 12th,
bullshit.
it is known that Dr. David Chandler, Bob's son from his first marriage, came to pay his condolences. Chris gave presents to him and also for his daughter, Savannah. Bob's daughter Carol,
There's
however,
Savannah.
was not present for the service. Robert was cremated, and his remains were placed in a columbarium niche, with plans for Barbara to share that space when the time came.
Aww. Dang.
At around this time, a person aware of Chris Chan took a photo of him while he was returning to his car. This was quickly shared on the quickie. Meanwhile, a troll submitted one of
What the
Chris's
fuck?
earliest Sonic 2
Cookie's
drawings to the
back.
publisher of the comic Slylock Fox and Comics for Kids, and was printed in thousands of newspapers on September
That was
25th
a
as a
quick
hand-picked featured
switch.
example of a budding child
Shit.
artist, credited to Christian Weston
We were
Chandler,
just mourning
age 9.
Robert, and that
On October
fucking this
16th,
happened.
Chris listed an old CRT TV set for sale on the classifieds advertisement website, Craigslist. In the description, he described it as being an optimal television for watching sporting events, movies, television shows, and more on. He wanted to sell it for at least $250. It is unconfirmed if anyone bought the TV set. On October 28th, possibly while out shopping, Barbara and Chris happened to cross the Game Place, which had a banner placed across the top of the entrance, which said that the store had come under new ownership of Mike and Madeline. Wondering if the Mike in question was in fact manager Michael Snyder, they went inside to have a look. They spotted Snyder, who promptly asked them to leave. Chris took a picture of Michael in the interior of the store with his Nintendo 3DS. Snyder accompanied them back to their car, wherein Chris took 2 more photos of him. What happened next isn't quite clear, but whatever transpired
Those
resulted in
are the
both Christian
pictures.
and Barbara getting individually charged with a
Oh my
Class 5 felony,
God.
failing to stop after hitting Michael Snyder. It is thought that the 2 felony charges meant that one of them was driving the car when they hit Snyder, then Chris and Barbara switched seats and struck him again. They tried to flee the scene, but were stopped by police. They were questioned
Oh,
about
yeah,
what
I
had
did hear
happened
about
and were
this.
about to arrest Christian, but his mother tried to stop them, which earned her another felony charge, assaulting a law enforcement official. They were
What
both
the
promptly
fuck?
arrested and sent to jail. They were bailed out the following day by Chris's pastoral counselor, Rocky Shoemaker. On November 1st, Michael Snyder
Fucking
filed a
hell.
civil suit against the Chandlers, and was later granted a preliminary protective order against them, meaning that they
Good.
were prohibited from engaging in any threatening behavior toward him.
Good.
2 days later, Chris uploaded the 3
They
photos he
didn't
took of
leave him
Snyder
the
onto the
fucking-
quickly
look at
and
his
added captions
slender
mocking his
figure.
weight and calling him a child molesting Jew, with the word Jew crossed out and then replaced with Gentile.
What the
On November
fuck?
7th, Barbara and Chris appeared in court
You
to be
want a
formally
quickie,
charged
you're
with the
not
3
any better
felonies,
than
in addition to
Chris.
2 misdemeanors
Just
committed by
from
Chris,
that.
which were
Fuck.
assault and battery, possibly against Snyder, and trespassing. While in church, Chris was recommended to hire politician Rob Bell, Republican member of the Virginia House of Delegates, to be their defense attorney. It was later
Aw,
revealed
dude.
that Bob had left his family with an inheritance of tens of thousands of dollars, but Barbara decided to spend it all to hire Bell as their lawyer. On the 19th, an audio advertisement
Really?
for Sweetheart, which Christian had made over 3 years prior, was discovered and shared online. Its exact purpose or intended use is unknown.
My name is Christian. I'm currently 26 years old. I'm looking for a boyfriend-free woman to be my sweetheart for ground up.
Oh, this is definitely a few
Preferably,
years ago.
One who's, well, never mind about preferences. Anyway, definitely smoke free,
26 at the
non-alcoholic,
time, okay.
and yeah, this is honest, good girl to be my sweetheart quality. So yeah, send me a message if you're interested. Have a good day.
On December 8th, a troll under the guise of a court-appointed psychiatrist called Rocky Shoemaker and discovered some previously undisclosed information about
Oh
the Chandlers.
no, okay.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Is this Miss Shoemaker?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm
She has
this
nice
adoptive
voice.
parent. I was appointed by the court to give an assessment of Chris's mental health. Have you been aware of any of this?
That's a little weird.
No, I don't have any authorization to talk to anybody about this.
Oh,
Fair enough.
he suggested that we give you a call. You've been his pastoral counselor for some time.
Yeah, but I would have to see something in writing simply because I have been getting a lot of unauthorized phone calls
From the court or from this office?
from people claiming to be part of all this.
They then began to discuss a possible meeting taking place at the Chandler residence.
Well, I don't know.
Come on.
We liaised there, and Mr. Bell seems to go along with it.
Oh, he is meeting you at his home?
Yes.
Hmm.
No, it was a little
that-
unorthodox.
It not only would be unorthodox, but I think you'll have a very difficult time getting anything done in that home,
Well,
simply because of things I know about the conditions of the home.
personally, I wouldn't have a problem with even seeing the address itself to get a kind of understanding of the perspective from Christian's angle.
No.
They are having an infestation problem in that home.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and the health department has already visited there, and it would probably not be a real wise place for you to go.
Yeah, it's
Are
pretty
they still
bad.
living there, or have they taken up alternate accommodation? Because according to
Definitely.
the system, they were still living there.
Yeah, they are.
That definitely
that's
partially
just pretty
caused
cool.
Bob's
No,
death.
no, it shouldn't. And the social services and the health department have been part of that.
I'm not happy about this infestation problem, though, especially with Christian the way he is.
This
Yeah.
has been a situation ongoing over many months, and Christian seems to feel that he has stayed away from it, but that requires him to stay just in one room.
Which is
Yeah, but
his.
that's-
The
I
cleanest
don't
one.
think Christian would be comfortable with me coming there.
Personally, I have no problem going down there myself. I'm sure I've seen far worse places, whatever kind of infestation. But I was kind of hoping that we could count on your support to come along. If only to sort of handle the introductions in a personal way with somebody that Christian already knows.
Yeah, I would not think that would be a good place to do the interview. They're going to be defensive.
Well,
They're
we-
going to be trying to protect you from. The nurses that went out there found that a very difficult place to try to work with it.
Which nurses were these?
Public health nurses.
And how long ago was that? Is that fairly recent?
That was around the time of his father's death. They
Figured.
were out there because of
I have no
patient
idea what that
discharge procedures and such. And he was while he was in the hospital under quarantine
Christian?
because of it. No, Christian's father.
Oh. So So he contracted something from the infestation?
He had bug bites all over him.
Good God. Oh, well, that's... Alright, I think the best way to proceed, if you could speak with your church outreach group, if you could try and find some temporary accommodation for Christian and his mother, just
Does
until
Barb not
the
realize
over,
that her
perhaps
fucking
see if we can
hoarding
get the state to
caused
fund
Bob
clean
to
up on
die in a
the
way?
property, because that's quite horrendous.
And he already had bad heart problems.
Really
and
doubt that they could receive that.
the conditions of the house definitely did not help with the fucking bug bites and all that shit. God.
Well, you can understand why it would be in Christian's best interest if you could do that, because if he was to go to the court and they were to present an assessment that he was living in such conditions along with his mother, then it would not fare well on him at all, and they would have to be completely evicted from the property, and that would be in their interest, even the least.
Yeah, I can see your point, and I'll certainly talk with Mr. Bell about whether he would rather see Christian in such a situation.
Yeah, perhaps we could do that. All right, I've got to be getting off, but thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
God damn. I was not expecting.
With his father's death, for the most part, Charles decided to leave Chris completely alone and not intrude in his affairs, silencing his online world. But his run-ins with the law caused many eyes to turn their gaze back onto him, and whether he was conscious of it or not, Christian would soon show that the internet spotlight was too alluring for him to stay away for good.
Oh my god. You just had to fucking break the law. God damn. Shit. That one was a lot to deal with. Oh my god. Fuck. Friendly reminder, Bob was born in 1927 and had experienced the Great Depression, World War II, served in the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the moon landing, and the birth of Chris Chan. Okay, yeah. Fuck, man. Bob, I hope that you will not carelessly misuse, waste, or destroy the value of the many things I've collected for you. That didn't age well. It really didn't. His dad is on death's door and Chris is begging for a girlfriend online. My father is ill, he is sickly, he has feet bloatings, and he has ailments that the doctors are unable to determine. Reads like the diary of a 12-year-old street urchin living through a measles outbreak in Edwardian London. What the fuck? I feel more comfortable around women, but women feel infinitely less comfortable around you, Chris. True. I like that the trolls haven't done anything to Chris for months, so he just decides to start shit with them. He really is his own worst enemy. Bob died with swollen feet and bug bites all over while listening to Chris scream at fictional people. What a truly sad way to go. Chris and his mom really had a bonding moment in which they took turns running over a person. That feels like it's out of a scene in a dark comedy show or messed up sitcom like fucking Family Guy or something, but no, it's real and it's horrifying. Like, what the hell? Never expected the surreal experience of seeing Chris dressed as a woman calling someone a homo. On the same day Bob Chandler died, Chris said he wanted a woman who's expert at sex and Facebook. I cannot. It's insane. The moments where Chris makes fun of people who live by welfare checks and don't have a job are probably the most infuriating instances of lack of self-awareness Chris has, because he's literally making fun of himself there. Fuck. Trolls. Leaves Chris alone so he can mourn his dad in peace. Chris runs over someone with his car. Like, that's not mourning in peace, is it? How Chris managed to write Bob's obituary without mentioning Sonnet once still amazes me. That was him that wrote it? He did beg for money, though. He did, yeah. Also survived by Sonnet, his tomgirl son, Chrissy's electric Pokemon comic book character. Imagine, Bob is laying in the other room, literally dying, while Chris is dancing to Fuck the Pain Away. Amazing how one of Bob's last memories is out of Chris cross-dressing and singing Fuck the Pain Away in another room. I would not want to go out that way, I can tell you. Pains me to see classic Chris becoming modern Chris. Ugh, it's gross. Chris, I have empathy. Chris purposely runs over a man with his car. Like, that's not very empath of you, is it? Bob dying slowly in the other room while listening to his child descend into madness must have been agony. No one has pointed this out yet. Bob not only had bug bites, these bites were so severe Bob had to be quarantined. Meaning the severity was so great, health officials deemed him unsafe to be with other patients, meaning either A, there was a high likelihood that Bob had contracted a disease that cut his life short, rest in peace the 2015 dream, or B, that he potentially had eggs burrowed under his skin, and they were afraid they'd hatch and infect other patients. I don't care what your opinion of Bob is, no one deserves to die like that. It's pretty fucked up. The irony of Chris calling out Blue Spike for not having a job is incredibly rich. He's a child, though. Don't forget that the kid was supposed to be 13 then. Especially because Blue Spike would be 15 at this point in history, an age where it's perfectly acceptable to not have a freaking job, unlike Chris. It's like every time California Girls plays, something horrible occurs. That's the Katy Perry curse. Bob left them tens of thousands of dollars, only to have Barb waste it a week later on an expensive lawyer pleading innocent to assault. So ignorant and heartbreaking. I fucking like. The trolls give more of a shit about Bob than fucking Barb and Chris did, and it really annoys me. The call was recorded, but the trolls involved decided not to release it out of respect. It is honestly the biggest shock of this entire documentary so far. I thought the trolls would be drooling for a chance to lampoon a grieving Chris. Also, I love how Rocky went from I need proof to tell you anything about them to yeah, their house is nasty as fuck. My dad just died in quarantine after being eaten alive by bugs, but if you want to come sleep on my couch, that'd be cool. I can't fucking, like, do this. This shit is insane. God. Oh my my god. Well, guys, that's all for today, my gensers. If you like this video, you better shout it at that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you like me in general. That's all, folks. I'm out.